Okay, we just summited Mount Kilimanjaro. Group here is working their way off, and there's a number of people now that have made it to the top over here. They're out to Uhuru Peak right here, and boy, you can see the glaciers. Look at this shadow. This is the sun shadow of Kilimanjaro from the sunrise coming up, and then the glaciers coming across. But I couldn't stress more how important it is to enjoy the journey. We spent about 20 minutes on top, 6 days to get there. 20 minutes on top. Enjoy the journey. That's the most important part of these climbs, is to enjoy the journey and to take it all in, every moment, every eco change, every day, every little bit that you experience with somebody else on the track, or seeing a beautiful flower or beautiful sunrise or sunset, or having a funny moment in the dining tent. Enjoy the moments. You'll be on top for a little while, and it's worth it because you see the whole thing along the way, but you got to enjoy the whole experience. From on this route, the Machame Gate to Machame Camp, Shira Camp, Barranco Camp, Garanga Valley Camp, to Barafu, to last night us going to the Garanga Valley, or the Kosovo Camp, and putting ourselves up high in position, and then all night, coming through the night from 12 o'clock midnight till 6:30 this morning, pushing through the night. They worked so hard for it. The staff, the guests. There's times I wonder what they think they've signed up for, but in the end, totally worth it. Sunrise out there. Some more people coming up right now. And another great time on Kilimanjaro. Change it for anything. Okay, I want to just show this spot. This is the spot just past Stella Point. So Stella Point's right over here, and that's the crux kind of coming up Kilimanjaro. Then we get up, here's the crater. Looking around the crater, it's really snowy this year. Really snowy. And then when we leave Stella Point, we make our way up this ridge line here. You can see people walking all the way up the ridge line over here to Uhuru Peak, which is the high point over there. Once we get to Stella Point, it's about an hour and a half to Uhuru Peak from there. We take a little break, we tuck into the rocks there. We have some tea. We bring up tea and snacks, and let people have a tea and a snack, and kind of just take 15 minutes to recover. We'll wait and see what the sun, where we are with timing the sunrise, and then we'll set out. And this area here is a lower angle push, but of course you're at 19,000 feet, and just low and slow, and we make our way up to Uhuru Peak all the way over there on the edge. So really nice finish. Hard to film this in the night because we're usually here in the dark. I'm coming down right now, so it's a good opportunity to film the area because got a little light and got a little time because it's only 7:20 in the morning. Okay, the next leg of our journey. We just last night left at midnight and climbed up to Stella Point here behind me, right over here, and on to Uhuru Peak, and we are at the Kosovo Camp, which is above the Barafu Camp. Really great views all around here. You can see Mwenzi, right over there, and yeah, pretty quiet camp. So after summit, we come back down. We it's all night. It took us 6.5, 7 hours to get to the top. Got up there. We actually got there with this group at about 6:30, and that's pretty usual. We take a little break at Stella, and then we have some tea and whatnot, and then we ascend that last hour or so while the sun's coming up. So we're on top when the sunrise happens, which is really amazing. Take about 20 minutes up there for doing photographs and whatnot, and then we start the journey down. And as you can imagine, people are really tired. So when they get back here, it's important that we get them some juice and some drinks, and they hydrate because they've been out all night, and hydration's key. They're still at 16,000 feet, and then I let them crash for a couple hours. So that's where we're at. They just had a nap from about 9:30 or so till about 11:30, and now they spent the last half hour packing up their gear, and we're gonna have lunch in the dining tent, and then after lunch, while we're eating lunch, the porters will break down their tents, and their duffel bags will get transported down to the Millennium Camp, about 3 hours down, right on the edge of it's kind of in the moorland zone, and we'll go down there for our final night in our final camp. So 3 hours after lunch, and we'll be to our final destination for day 6 on Kilimanjaro, our summit night, our longest day on the trip, starting at midnight and going through the night with some breaks, and then this nap time after summit, and then a little bit of a push here at the end of the day downhill 3 hours to the Millennium Camp. But all went well. Everybody's super happy, and another successful group on Kilimanjaro.